Lucasfilm, they do a good job of selecting good directors. If we look at Rian Johnson, incredible director, but he has rightfully so prioritized other projects. They originally announced he was going to do a whole trilogy of Star Wars movies. So he has on his slate something that he wants to do in the Star Wars universe, but has prioritized something, I think it's a good decision, but he's prioritized the Knives Out series, where he wants to do like a whole Knives Out universe and have like 7 different movies in the series. Probably the soonest that he'd be able to do anything would probably be like 2030, maybe. Like it'd probably be around that time period, like maybe 6 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is a clip from our full episode, which you can check out on this channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, back to the clip.
It's interesting that we're getting these kinds of directors, not because they're bad. It's just that we've never seen so many directors, like just so many different directors in Star Wars, and just not Star Wars people. I don't know. Maybe that's like,
I think that's a really good point.
Silly to say, because like obviously the Star Wars person is George Lucas. Like that's the guy, you know.
But they aren't choosing like someone who's actively saying, yes, I want to direct a Star Wars project. Except I think Taika Waititi has said he wanted to do it before he got onto The Mandalorian. But most of the point, it's like J.J. Abrams was doing the Star Trek stuff, and they're like, hey, J.J., come over here. We'd love for you to do this.
Experience in space.
Yeah. You want to make Star Trek but Star Wars? You want to make a J.J. Abrams movie but Star Wars? Like, they approach all these different directors just because they like them and not the people that like actively want to make a Star Wars movie. But because of that, all of these directors already have things that they're doing, and it wouldn't be a big budget thing. With the Knives Out stuff, Rian Johnson has free creative control. Like, he can make those movies whatever they want to because the first one was so successful.
True.
And he has a vision for where he wants to go with the future. And like that's his baby. Like the movies that he's made has been like Looper and a few others where it's just his story that he's been making. But they've been consistently saying, yeah, we're going to give you a Star Wars movie, but it's to these people that consistently prioritize everything but Star Wars first, which is why there hasn't been a movie in 3 years.
And I can't blame them. I mean, clearly, especially with something like Star Wars, it's like that is going to be not very freedom. Like you know, like you're not going to have that kind of creative flow and freedom with like your own story, obviously. I can't blame them for not prioritizing Star Wars.
I don't blame any of the directors for making the decision that's better for their career, except for Patty Jenkins. I think she put her eggs all in one basket. But I think on the same front, like if you say, yeah, I'm going to make a Star Wars thing, as we've seen consistently, if you have any creative differences, you probably won't survive that project. Like Miller and Lord, they left and did other things because of they had creative differences. They have you have all of these like consistent stories around these creative differences, and ultimately coming out either not the vision of the creator, when you have something like Obi-Wan Kenobi, or they just need to fill time because Pedro Pascal is so busy, so they make Book of Boba Fett because it's a Mandalorian-like story. So there's all of these different things that they're considering as a studio. But I don't think they're making the right decisions when it comes to choice of director.